Hello and welcome to the 18th episode of the Hiatus Review Show. Today we will be looking at Beach Party. It's an episode of the Steven Universe where the gems throw a beach party for the pizzas. This was an episode I did not have a lot of hope for when going into it. I thought it would be kind of like Onion Trade where not much happens and it's not really relevant. Was I right or was I wrong? Let's jump into it. So, for the first thing I liked in Beach Party, I like how it shows that the gems are disconnected from humans and sort of the way they act with them. It starts out with Garnet breaking the pizza's shop and responding by saying nothing and basically almost ignoring them. Then the gems all get kicked out or get banned from the pizza's place. And how do they respond? They don't seem to care, and then they throw a beach party for them, even though they don't really care. And so that the entire time there's a definite disconnect between what they're saying and what the pizzas are saying. And it ends with them being allowed back into the pizza shop. And again, they don't seem to care at all. They're like, whatever. We got more important things to deal with than, whether or not a couple humans like us. That doesn't matter to us. So it sort of shows how the gems are, not only are they not human, as previous episodes have definitely shown us, they don't really seem to almost care about humans. So obviously they do. They do a lot to protect them. But at the end of the day, they don't seem to value the individual as much. It's a very interesting look at the gems that we don't see much of, and I definitely enjoyed it. And that sort of segues into my second thing that I liked. So for the second thing that I did like, I liked sort of how Garnet sort of plays off the human characters for a sort of comedic approach to her character. Basically, throughout the entire episode, she's talking to him, and like I said before, there's a disconnect between what she's saying and what they're basically hearing. And it's honestly very interesting. Like, when she says, I am much older than you, when Manasu basically says, oh, you young people and your experimental diets, like, there's just a sort of disconnect that is kind of funny, and I find that those kind of lines to be very, entertaining and kind of funny. It's not a big part, it's not like a wow, what a major writing part, it's just really kind of a nice part of this episode. This is just a very nice, relaxing episode for sure. And let's jump into the third thing I like. And so for the third thing that I did like in this episode, I liked the introduction of Manasu. I'm not normally one to bring up an episode introduction for, a part I like, because for the most part the introductions have been kind of whatever. But Manasu absolutely steals the show in this episode. She's great. She's the funniest part, and she's just fun to be around. And like all the great humans in this show, they disappear, leaving us with Lars, Ronaldo, and Connie as the only ones who actually show up with any regularity. And also, oddly enough, Mr. Smiley, but those are all points for a much farther down the line episode. Point is, bring back Manasu, please. I want it, you want it, everybody wants it. Just bring her back. Have her be, she's secretly Pink Diamond. Let's just do it. Just make her Pink Diamond, just bring Manasu back. That's what I want. That's what we all want. Just bring her back, please. I know you can do it. I believe in you. Yeah, well, with that weirdness out of the way, let's jump into the fourth and final thing that I liked in this episode. And so for the final thing that I liked how the glass comes back. How they mention how sand turns into glass when you heat it up, and that idea gets brought up later on again to defeat the giant ball that blows air. It's honestly the strangest gem thing they've fought so far. But I enjoy the glass coming back. It's definitely a good callback to an earlier part of the episode, and it's not the best foreshadowing they've ever done, but it's kind of decent. And it shows a definite, they absolutely make a structure before they start writing, unlike some other Cartoon Network shows I could bring up, but I'm not gonna, because this is a place for love and acceptance and not bringing up the bad reboots. Like, oh, there's two shows that I could be talking about, and you don't know which one it is. Well, bringing up bad shows, let's jump into what I don't like about Beach Party. Basically, what I don't like is that scene where they basically put on the clothes, where they change their clothes from their normal to the beach party clothes. Basically, it just comes across as almost kind of, I hate to say this because it sounds way meaner than I mean it. It's kind of cringy. I hate to say it like that, but basically just having, we are the crystal gems, and then pearl, amethyst, garnet. It's the show's better than that. It's better than doing something like that. So I don't want to rag on this point too much, because it really, other than that, this episode I enjoyed it. Spoiler alert, but that just one part is just I did kind of cringe a little bit while watching it, and I can totally see somebody getting to that point in the show and be like, I don't want to watch anymore. This show can't be good if it does this, and it's so much better than that. So if you're for some reason watching my reviews instead of actually watching the episode because you're weird or whatever, I don't know. If you're doing that, trust me, this is a outlier and a way better written show than that. And it's not that big a deal, and it really doesn't matter, but I can't stand it. And with that being said, let's just jump into the final verdict. Spoiler alert, I did enjoy this episode. Alright, so for the final verdict, I didn't bring this up in the dislike, I want to bring this up now. I know the point of that scene is to make the gems seem weird to the pizzas, I get that. It's a bit too much for me. So, with that little part out of the way, because I forgot to record it in the dislike, final verdict, I enjoyed the episode. It does a good job of showing disconnect between humans and the gems, with the gems almost ignoring them and not really caring what they have to say ever. To having some really funny moments with Garnet and the pizzas, and more specifically Manasu, because she's just so good and absolutely is definitely Pink Diamond. Totally, I could see it, can't you? Well, that's all for today. Come back next week for Rose's Room, and we are jumping into some stuff, some creepy stuff, and that's all for today. Obviously, I just said that, but I'm going to say it again. That's all I got for today, and I'll see you guys next time. Stay breathing.